Cancer, it's looking like November is going to be, November could be a very positive month for you. Some kind of news, information, opportunity with work, money. There's something coming in. And Three of Wands as I'm doing the pre-shuffle. Yeah, Three of Wands, there it is. Keeps coming out in the pre-shuffle. Page of Swords. Some information coming in. Something you've been waiting for. Three of Wands, that ship's coming in energy. Your ships are coming in. So, yeah, Four of Pentacles. Alright, so let's light some incense. I chose the 7 archangels for your reading, and I love that it looks like the colors of autumn here in the Midwest, at least. Oh, it's so pretty. It's exactly what the trees look like outside my front door. With the 7 archangels, 7 for the divine number of Cancer. Cardinal water, the element that is the conduit between the spirit realm. That's a nice bird. Which I expect that to burn out pretty quickly. Actually, let's set you on the star. It's a little hot. The copper, definitely. Oh, yes, definitely hot. What I want to do, though, is just... Wow. So I have a new deck, the Fantastical Creatures deck, the tarot. It's like a tarot and oracle card. I'm loving it, and it's perfect. The imagery is perfect for this time of year. Angels, ancestors, divine guides, spirit, the great power that holds up worlds, the great power that creates worlds. The first source and center, the fountain of the all, the Akashic records in the great halls of wisdom. We ask for a clear and protected message for the collective of Cancer, for their highest evolution, manifestation, empowerment, for the one, for the all, for the highest good, and great gratitude and appreciation. We say Amen and Amen. Let's get a card for overall energy for the collective of Cancer. The Hermit, the energy of a Cancer being in their shell. This is the energy of Virgo. This is major arcana coming right out the gate, major energy overall. The Hermit also represents the energy of September, autumn. But there's an energy of being in your shell, staying close to home Four of Wands was coming out a lot earlier as I began to pre-shuffle. Four of Wands. I just wanted to clear the space, the energy. Cancer. The Hermit. And you know, this is what we do, Cancers. We rule over shelled creatures, and we are a shelled creature. And you know that we like being in our shell. We like being at home. Sometimes we don't like a lot of people around. And it's autumn, it's winter. See, it feels like we're kind of just sticking close to home, just kind of chilling, staying to ourselves. What else do we have to tell us about the current energy with the collective of Cancer? King of Cups. King of Cups. All right, so let's start here. Because again, these cards are they're fun. They're real fun. So the Hermit, the old lady of the elder. Described as an elderly, wrinkled woman, the old lady of the elder is usually seen during a full moon as she hobbles about, balancing herself with a staff made from a gnarled elder branch. She is considered to be very wise in healing and magic. The old lady of the elder is a solitary creature, using the silent, reflective time to spiritually strengthen herself. She quietly shares her knowledge with those open to her gentle teachings. The divinatory meaning is this card suggests that the inquirer needs a time of peace and quiet to contemplate decisions. Don't make hasty choices, but ask advice of a knowledgeable person you trust. If poor health is involved, the Hermit points to a period of much-needed rest and recuperation. Magical uses. The Hermit card can be used in a spell to add patience when searching for the knowledge to make a correct decision. It is also good to include in healing spells. You know, and the Hermit, as we know, is about, you know, taking time to really, you know, tend to yourself, your thoughts, introspection, self-awareness, you know, hindsight, that kind of thing, you know, the Hermit. And you have the King of Cups here. But this time of year, especially here in America, in the United States, where we, you know, it's autumn in a lot of places, you know, we're you know, you might need to take some rest. You might need to emotionally chill. And then we have the King of Cups, which is you in your mastering your energy. You know, being in control of your emotions, aware of your emotions, being able to keep your emotions balanced. It's emotional maturity, emotional, you know, this could be a Cancer, you know, I mean, we have the Hermit card. This could be, you know, a Cancer involved with another water sign or a Hermit, but we'll see. A Virgo, I should say, not a Hermit. The King of Cups, Cancer. Is Neptune, Pisces energy. So this sea god known as Neptune often used his trident to stir up storms at sea and release turbulent waters. He was also called Earthshaker because of his violent disagreements with Jupiter that rocked the land. Neptune was closely associated with dolphins, who served as his messengers, and the sea mounts are his 50 daughters, the Nereids. He also liked to shapeshift into a dolphin form to spy on fishermen and sailors. As the King of Cups, the Ocean King contemplates what he has seen in his chalice. The little fish swimming with him symbolize universal wisdom. Divinatory meaning of a person, this denotes a kind man, possibly your father or a father figure. If you are facing a situation it is a favorable enterprise, you may experience a cycle of unstable emotions. Use this when you need a card to represent a mature man. Some of the energy, but I feel like this is you getting in touch with yourself, Cancer, getting in touch with your emotions. Spending time with yourself. Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay now. Okay now. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, Cancer. Wow. Interesting. So the cards that were coming out earlier, the Wheel of Fortune, when I was doing the pre-shuffle for this, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune came out. And it's here. Wow. I feel too with the Hermit energy, there's this energy in it and of you being in your element. Like, I guess being in your shell or being you know, being in your shell. Being a hermit. Cancer is like being Cancer's like being, I don't want to say alone. We like our alone time. We like our downtime. We like our quiet time. So we can get time to think and transmute our emotions so we can stay in that King of Cups energy, you know, in tune. Some incense for the moon, some La Luna, the moon incense. And that's where I feel like that's some of you maybe even are, you know, have some extra free time or are, you know, kicking it at home, spending a lot of time at home, and you're digging it. I feel like you're digging it, and it's putting you in a good vibe, it's putting you in good energy, because Cancers are home bodies. Let's talk about this next card after the King of Cups, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And also just know there, you know, rest and relaxation are extremely important, especially as the sun begins to, you know, travel farther from the earth. Or, you know, as the season sets in, you know, especially people from the West Coast, people who grew up in sunny states. If you've moved somewhere where there's winter, like full-blown winter, you need to take your vitamin D. If you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling down and you don't know why, it's in the middle of winter, it's the vitamin D, it's the sun. And this is why people get so sick. Because you have to make it a priority to get extra rest and relaxation during the winter. And I just wanted to say that there. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a 10, which is a completion. And it's so funny because he was talking about Jupiter and Neptune, and then right next to Neptune is Jupiter. It's the Wheel of Fortune, major arcana again, which we have here twice, the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune. beautiful. So this is the Sphinx. The largest of the Egyptian sphinxes crouches not far from the Great Pyramid. This sphinx was built over sacred subterranean chambers where initiates underwent trials and initiations. The Uraeus, I believe I'm saying it right, Uraeus, or cobra that once adorned its head and its beard were broken off in the distant past. The ibis bird symbolizes the soul and messages from spirits. This bird was closely connected with God, the god Thoth, who was scribe of the gods and the master of all knowledge and mysteries. Between the paws of the Sphinx is the Ankh, an ancient Egyptian symbol of eternal life. Below the Ankh is the Eye of Horus, a protection against evil and a harbinger of good fortune. Divinatory, meaning a cycle ends in your life and an initiation period arrives, bringing good fortune. You are faced with the dilemma of choosing the right course that could take you higher on the wheel or let you fall. Obstacles that may threaten your plans will last only a short time. Use in spells and meditations for changing your luck. This particular card. So the Wheel of Fortune, a karmic cycle coming to an end, a completion, and the wheel moves forward. A period, a beginning, a time of good luck, of good fortune, receiving abundance, prosperity, either in a new season of it coming to you easily, blessings and manifestations, or a large inheritance or fortune that you receive. Everybody's story is going to be different, but this is the energy. So it's just interesting that we have Neptune, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter energy. And there's messages coming through. Maybe guides are helping you to keep this wheel moving forward, keep this path moving forward. And maybe that's too why you could be attracting good things, because you are staying to yourself. You are keeping, it's very important, especially in these days and times, but it's always important to protect our energy, to kind of put that shell around us, to stay away. There's a lot of drama, there's a lot of division, there's a lot of divisiveness right now. It's rampant, you know what I mean? There's a lot of, the enemy is at work, boy. And this may be a time to kind of disconnect your emotions and go within, but there's a new cycle beginning. And the Wheel of Fortune is this is the card again of fire, Jupiter, Sagittarius, the planet of Sagittarius, and of action, of the wheel turning, motion. So there may be some rest needed, because the wheel is turning, because we have right after this, which is absolutely just one, beautiful. You got King of Cups over here, and now we have the Ace of Cups, the blessing, the miracle, the joy, the love, whatever this Ace of Cups it means to the collective. It could be a relationship, it could be a baby. It could be money, a home, just peace and joy. But we have this Ace of Cups, this gift from God, the divine, the universe, a new beginning, a new chance. I just heard a new chance. Ace of Cups is the water fairies, so plenty of water energy. And again, like this, here we have this King of Cups, we have this 9 energy, and the 10, this 9 and this 10, this kind of being maybe comfortable with yourself, Cancer, comfortable with who you are, comfortable with your intuitiveness and in-tuneness. that maybe has led you to be misunderstood or not always understood by those around you, maybe even family members. But you know, we have a father and a child here too, and we have a lady, so there's, you know, there could be a family here. But you have this King of Cups energy going into this Wheel of Fortune. Like maybe even you're feeling good, you're feeling something in the air, this King of Cups energy. But you have this Wheel of Fortune turns and we go right into a beginning. We go right from 10, release the 0, here's the 1. The Ace of Cups. So the water fairies are known around the world in one form or another. Most are friendly, but others are wild and unpredictable toward humans. The tiny water fairies are sensitive to human emotions and try to spread their happy, loving thoughts. They delight in providing beautiful nature sounds when lovers sit beside water and dream of the future. Oh, beautiful. So that might be a sign for someone too. That might be a nature sounds. Just be in tune, you know. That might resonate with you. Divinatory meaning, a greater awareness of dream messages as possible at this time. And ain't that the truth? You know, because the Ace of Cups, this could be about a dream come true, something in a dream. Let me plug. I'm sorry, I didn't. Voila. I hope that's better. But especially in this time where we're approaching Hallows Eve, where the veil between our world and the spiritual world is thinnest, it's growing thinner every day. So you know, just pay attention to your dreams and how it feels to you, and things that are standing out. You know, visitations, messages from ancestors, solutions to problems, you know, and some of you may even be having like crazy, magical, adventurous dreams too. Those kind of dreams that you remember for a lifetime, that you never forget, that after you wake up, you're like high for a week because you had this like magical dream. Anywho, Ace of Cups. Seek out earth energies in nature to bring healing and balance into your life. And that's, I mean, I think that's true of a lot of us. And also you have the Hermit here, which was about, you know, also spending time kind of in nature, the Lady of the Elder. Some of us feel very much at home and much more our authentic selves when we're in nature. You will soon enter a new cycle of emotions. Yeah, with the King of Cups here and the Wheel of Fortune. Possibly a love affair will present itself. This can be a fertile time for creative growth. Starting projects, making babies, whatever, however that creativity, creation translates to you. Using spells for contacting nature spirits, also useful in spells to attract love into your life. So some of you are ready for a new cycle of love. You're done, you're ready to come out of your shell. You've been in your shell for a while, and you're ready for a new cycle of love. A new cycle of the old abundance. It's funny too that the King of Cups came out in the Wheel of Fortune. So you had the Neptune and Jupiter. It's almost as if a lot of you have been, you know, fighting this wheel, fighting this change, fighting even your own abundant growth. Nine of Swords. You've got mental energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here. Nine of Swords. Something else comes. So we have 9 here twice now. 9 and 9. And something coming to a completion. Some of you have went through some really hard times, you know, in the last few years, even before the pandemic. Nine of Swords is the Harpies. In Greek mythology, Harpies, whose name means snatchers, were huge predatory birds with bodies like vultures and claws like eagles. Although the Harpies are hideous creatures, their human faces are said to have an ethereal beauty. They are used by the gods to punish people who break spiritual taboos and laws. Their heavy wings make a terrible clanging noise as they fly down to harass people. Their filth and foul stench can cause famine and disease. On this card, the Harpies both attract and repel. They warn of hidden perils represented by the hanging swords. Their human faces beguile humans to forget the danger and move closer, to ignore the unpleasant lessons in life and the consequences. If you have broken secular or karmic laws, expect to pay the price. Look closely at your plans. Something is not to your benefit. Use in meditation to understand past lives and to settle karmic debts. You know, some of you may have felt like you were being punished. And maybe some of you did, you know, we're all here to learn. We're all here to learn. And we all make mistakes sometimes, or make choices that, you know, put us in places that we don't want to be, or create karma or energy that we later have to deal with, we later have to answer for. And it's very interesting because it's like we have this new beginning. And then the next card is, you know, again, another 9. A 9 and the ace is a completion of the wheel. You know, some of the things that you went through, Cancer, and you did yourself. You did to yourself by the choices that you made. It's on the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, 5 of Cups. Yeah. And those are the hardest sometimes, when we've done something to ourselves. This might have something to do with someone and their father, I'm feeling father-daughter, but a father-child, a relationship with a father and their child. Something you were fighting within yourself, some kind of emotional battle within yourself, made you make choices that, you know, led to you where you ended up in a place you didn't want to be. But see, that's why you're the Chariot, because you can get the heck out of there. As soon as you bring yourself back into balance and peace and harmony, you can activate the Divine Chariot and you can get the heck out of there. And so we have this, you know, something you felt you were being punished. And, you know, there's Cups and Pentacles. You know, there's on the Wheel of Fortune here. And some of you may be getting spirit messages from a grandmother on the other side, or a mother on the other side, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Who maybe that's helping you turn this wheel, assisting you from the other side. What's up, Grandma Ruth? Nana Ruth. But I just wanted to say, you know, this is over. The wheel is turning. There's a new beginning. The next card is the Queen of Pentacles. And Queen of Pentacles is the energy of someone who is abundant. Whose cup runneth over. Right? Their cup runneth over. So the Queen of Pentacles has enough to pay back the people who have helped her along the way. The Queen of Pentacles has money to be generous to others as those who have been generous to her. The Queen of Pentacles is, you know, someone who is, you know, also, you know, about home and family and being grounded and having a foundation and being committed in a relationship. It's just that very grounded earth energy, abundant earth energy. Queen of Pentacles. And this is Danu. So some of you, us that have Celtic ancestry, the goddess Danu was considered by the Celts as the greatest deity in Ireland, for she symbolizes Mother Earth. The labyrinths of life are seen in the design on Danu's flowing robes, as well as in the twisting tree roots along the sacred spiritual path. At some time in life, we must each leave our safe place and walk down the spiritual path to face the Great Mother, Danu. If we are open to her messages, symbolized by the seagulls here, we will find calming waters in the knowledge she brings. Spend wisely. You will gain personal and financial security only after a hard struggle. This card may symbolize a good woman who manages money well and is a good advisor. Use when you need a card to represent practical, business-minded woman. I love how it says this card will come. This may say, you will gain personal and financial security only after a hard struggle. Only after, and this card comes after the Nine of Swords. Cancer's been struggling financially. And it was about getting your emotions right. It's about controlling your anxiety and your fear over money and security, because cancers are homebodies, are you know, having security, having stability, having all of that is very important to someone who is very connected to home and family, like the Queen of Pentacles energy. I have the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles here. Beautiful. This is about you controlling those emotions about money and manifesting, balancing, finding that gray area, that center. That's the whole point. And balancing our emotions, getting control of our emotions so that we don't make decisions and choices that create out of our emotions, reacting to our emotions instead of responding to the information that's coming in from our emotions. And it sounds so subtle, but it's a huge thing that shifts and turns this wheel. And some of you are getting, you know, again, these messages are coming in. Because we talked about birds. They're talking about bird seagulls here. And the other birds are represent spirit messengers. And it says that at some time we all must leave and face the Great Mother. So there might be a parent-child relationship here. But there's, you know, this wheel, there's this, it's time. The Wheel of Fortune is telling you it's time, and it's a time for good things. It's a time for beautiful things. This is such a beautiful card. You will gain personal and financial security only after a hard struggle. That's beautiful. And then here's one of my favorite cards so far in this deck. I love this card, and I hope that I say this right. Sleipnir. Okay, the Eight of Wands. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So fire, more fire energy. Sleipnir is the name given to Odin's great horse, which the Norse god of war rode on his eternal quest for knowledge. This powerful eight-legged horse has no wings, yet can fly over land, water, or any boundary, even the wall surrounding the underworld. Sometimes Sleipnir transports souls into the other world, helping them make contact with deceased loved ones. You will gain wisdom and knowledge on your journey with Sleipnir. On the card, a trail of wands signifies continuing change, and the spirals portray positive, moving energy. There is rapid movement in your life. Be prepared to take sudden action in order to gain success. You may receive a message from a distance or make a journey. Call upon Sleipnir's powers to carry you on astral journeys or guide you while dreaming. So again, there's definitely a message for someone in here about your dreams. Paying attention to your dreams. Clues and messages and loved ones from the other side are speaking to you in your dreams. But yeah, something is moving, something is coming in fast. This Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups, back to back. Something is coming in very fast. And again, now we have 8, 9, and 10 here. Just, it's like I feel like this straight shot, this 8 of Wands energy, which could lead back to November, Sagittarius season. So something may be happening. A message may be coming through a dream. An ancestor may be trying to talk to you. Spirit, maybe your higher self may be sending you dreams. I mean, messages and clues that you need, that are very important to move forward. But there's some kind of abundance definitely coming in, and it may be here sooner than you think. And I love how the 8 of Wands, how, you know, travels over land, travels over air, travels over water. Any obstacle can be this is beautiful. We're definitely with the wheel turning. It's almost like when the wheel turns and hits that Ace of Cups, because the 8 of Wands is underneath the Ace of Cups, which makes 9 again. You know, it's like this is just going to come shooting out. Like this has been waiting. As soon as that wheel turns all the way to reset, and this 1, as soon as the wheel turns to 1, to this Ace of Cups, this 8 of Wands is going to come shooting out for you. You know, I feel that this time for you, I feel a lot of Cancers, there's been a lonely time, kind of a void, kind of a wilderness or a drought of some kind, you know, with good times and bad times. But I feel like some of you really felt like you were paying the price, because we have this breaking, you know, karmic law. There was something spiritually that some of you made choices or did that kind of put your spirit, your energy in a vibration or a frequency that put you again in a place you didn't want to be. This 9 of Swords energy. That's why the Wheel of Fortune was here. It was some kind of karma that you were paying off from the past. And you may have felt like you were being punished, and some of us were. We weren't being we were paying the price for choices that we made in the past. And we've kind of been on our own, trying to figure it out, trying to go with it. And you know, it didn't work out real great for us, but that's about to change. Yeah. Oh, it's funny because we have the 5 of Cups. This is about cold emotion, and the sun is underneath. The brightest warm star, the most positive card in the entire tarot, and bright, warm, radiant, life-returning energy, strengthening, life force, vitality. Underneath this 5 of Cups, which is the Lorelei. Some mermaids have the power to entice men to their deaths with their bewitching voices. The Lorelei look like ordinary women, though they have a cold, unnatural beauty. They possess supernatural powers to foretell the future and to work weather magic. Faces of the Lorelei's victims can be seen in the river water. Indifferent to the drowning cries below, the Lorelei maiden lives in an emotional void. An emotional time in your life when you should think through every action twice before doing it. Your own attitudes make you unhappy. Use in meditations for getting control of your emotions, your negativity. Lives in an emotional void. And maybe, you know, there's this hermit energy of being in your shell. not allowing anything in, not allowing your feelings out, kind of being guarded on both sides of the wall, the shell, the gate. Withdrawing your emotions because of the pain and the discomfort that you thought that you were going through, the choices, the road that your choices led you down. But again, 9s represent something coming to a completion. And you have the 10 here, the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is turning, and it's turning towards a time of abundance and emotional balance, harmony, peace, love. That's beautiful. You know, and again, we don't forget the lessons that we learned along the way. The 5 of Cups is about being stagnant, being, stuck in the past, in things that we have done in the past. And maybe there was this, we've detached our emotions, or we've created a dysfunction, if you will, in our emotions, which keeps us in place and keeps us from moving forward because it hurts, because, we're not where we want to be. But this is all changing. You have this Queen of Pentacles, which again is like about the labyrinthine, the life, the choices that we make and where we end up, and everything comes full circle. The Wheel of Fortune, the wheel, everything comes full circle. And now you've learned some valuable lessons. And, the Wheel of Fortune and the 8 of Wands are cards of action. It's as soon as this wheel turns and resets to that 1, this Ace of Cups, you get this Ace of Cups, watch out. I feel like we're on the 9. We're in the 9 energy, the Hermit. You're almost there. That's why I feel like in November, because we have the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius energy with 8 of Wands here. Something coming to you in November. And that might not be true for everyone, but it may just, let's see. Let's find out what happens. But something is definitely ready to come at you when this wheel turns, when this wheel resets. And it's funny because I think November 1st, 11, I always feel like that's like the actual new year. It's October 31st and November 1st. For me, I don't know why I always feel like that's the actual New Year's Eve and New Year. And then we have Aries season, which is the beginning of the zodiac, which is the zodiac New Year. But I don't know why I just always relate to that way. But you're in this 9 energy, this we're really understanding, with the Hermit energy overall, and this 5 of Cups, you're really understanding your emotions and how your emotions have affected you negatively, and how they have served you and how they have not served you, which has only made you stronger, has only, gotten you to understand yourself and the power of your emotions. And it was this resistance between your emotions and turning this wheel, Neptune and Poseidon. It was this almost this conflict between, that your emotions, like it said, keeping the wheel from moving forward or turning the wheel in the opposite direction, and which is when you end up here. 9 of Swords energy, and there was such an insecurity and a fear and anxiety, a worry, a doubt, feeling like you're being punished for something. No, love, there was something you needed to learn about your emotions, about when your emotions go cold or when your emotions are heated, like being in that warm that warm water, that peaceful water, that balanced, clear water, life-giving water energy to make decisions. Like that 5 of Cups was saying, using your emotions and your logic together taking action on the things that will bring you, you know, your desires. But this was a great reading, Cancer, a great reading. Learning how to maneuver your emotional ocean within. This is clearly as cardinal water. This is huge. You are the sign of balance. And balancing not just your mental and emotional energy, but you're living between the two worlds, being cardinal water and being a conduit between the spirit realm and our planet. It's natural to you, Cancer, because you are cardinal water, the element that is the conduit between the two worlds, which is why we are represented by the crab, because we live in between two worlds. So that balance is huge, and I'm proud of us. So take care of yourself, get rest if you need to, because you know you're going to be busy. There's blessings coming in and there's new beginnings from this growth. Congratulations, though. And that's what it is, Cancer.